What's going on, people, and welcome to Man Knows Football. You're here with Guni and Romer. After a Chelsea victory away to Brentford in the West London derby, 1-0, very good result, a very difficult place to go. You can ask Liverpool and you can ask Arsenal. But obviously, before we get into the content, make sure you do like, share, subscribe, leave your thoughts down there in the comments. Rome's 1-0 victory today. Many will say it's not the most convincing victory, but we all know Brentford is not an easy place to go and get a result, especially not to keep a clean sheet. And we did those two things. So, Rome's, what do you reckon about today, man?
What I would say is, he changed up the formation. A lot of players I didn't expect to be started. He played two up top. He done a 3-5. Was it 3-5-2? He tried that before. I think he tried that last game. I think he's trying to start something. I think he's trying to get what's the name in? What's that boy's name? Werner in the game a little bit more. But I don't think it was the right formation to go for today. It wasn't the right formation. We lost a lot of that cutting edge, that what do you call it? Thrust, if I would say, you get me? Just a little cutting edge. Was very lackluster. I feel like we should have started Jorginho. Jorginho would have kept like the game. He would have held the game. Like, he would have been able to control the game. You know what I mean? It was just a little bit too much. Like Brentford, no way Brentford should have been attacking us like that and getting so many chances in the second half. They should have won the game. Me being honest, they should have won the game. That's what even me being biased, we should have lost today. Easy. We should have lost today. All because of Mendy. We walk home with the 3 points. That's why a good goalkeeper is needed sometimes, isn't it? It was a poor game today.
Yeah, 100%.
There's nothing good I can highlight about the game today, apart from Chilwell's finish. He's learning from Alonso, isn't it?
Yeah, no. Do you know what? I can take a few positives from this, and hear me out. Look, you gotta understand, we went away from home at a ground that's very difficult because Brentford are a very good team and they showed why they're finishing top half of the table at the end of the season today and previously before that. Liverpool went there, they got 3-3. Arsenal went there, I know it's Arsenal, but still, respect has to be given. They still beat them. See what I'm saying? We went there without our leaders in that squad. 2 of our leaders were not in that squad. 1 was on the bench that didn't even come on the field, and we still turned over a result. Yes, it wasn't the best performance. The first half, we dominated. The first 10, 15 minutes or so of the second half, we dominated. But as soon as we started letting a couple of mistakes in, that's when they smelt blood and they started attacking us. And going back to what you just said about Mendy, if it wasn't for him, they could have beat us 2, 3, possibly even 4. Because I counted 6 key saves that Mendy made in that game. But the fact that we got through unscathed, it's a good thing, because at the end of the season, if we do lift the title, these are the games that we're going to look back on and say, well, we didn't have our key guys, but we still were able to get through. So that's the positive that I take from it. Another positive that I take from it, it seems like when we give these guys debuts, these young guys, they're seeming to impress us. What did you think of Malang Sarr today?
Malang Sarr, he's solid, left-footed centre back. He showed that he can get the job popping. He showed that today. He can defend. You can see that it was use in the back, because they just started when the tough started going, they started crumbling. You get me? Ivan Toney was bullying them in the air. They were winning every single header in a box. They just win all the second balls. You can see that it was some use at the back. That's why you got to give some praise to Christensen today. I'm going to give some praise to Christensen today, because Christensen, he held it down still. He held it down. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I'm going to back you on that one, because out of obviously that centre-back trio, he was the senior figure there today, because obviously when we look at his experience, Christensen has played a lot of games for his age. He's got a lot of experience, and rightly so, because he, to me, is looking... I think he's been world-class this season. As much as I've been talking about Rudiger, Christensen just hasn't been putting a foot in wrong for me to say even anything about him. See what I'm saying? So Christensen, he led that well. Obviously, there were going to be some teething issues, because you got 2 youngsters next to you as well, and you're still a youngster yourself. So for him to go through that game unscathed, I think that's a very good sign going forward. But obviously, the big man in goal, Edouard Mendy, some stats about him. Yeah. 20 clean sheets in 38 starts. And this guy this season, yeah, in the Prem, has only been beaten by 2 penalties and a deflected goal. Do you think it's criminal, especially off the back of last season as well, that he has not been nominated for the Ballon d'Or?
Criminal, man. Absolutely criminal, bro. The guy's he's changed Chelsea's whole outlook. Every time that boy is in goal, we feel like we're gonna get a clean sheet. Like he's it's not the defense. It's like when it gets down to it, you need the goalkeeper to show up and turn up and pull out saves, and he did that today. He's the only reason why we're leaving out that game with 3 points. Nobody else. That's me just keeping it on 100.
Is he the best goalkeeper in the world?
I'm saying right now he's the best goalkeeper in the world. Right now, no one's talking to him.
No, I have to agree with you.
The clean sheets save for himself. You know
and you saw it and you saw it today as well. You saw today just how important he was. Even down to that goal. I mean, even down to that save that he made with his face. A lot of people saying, "Nah, he's jammy." No, he came out at the perfect time.
Came at the right time.
Yeah, right
made
place,
himself
right.
Big.
That's it. And not a lot of goalkeepers have that in their locker.
Big, man. Literally, he made himself big, so the guy had to shoot. He shot right in his face.
No, 100%, 100%. Mendy to me, 100% best goalkeeper in the world right now. But Brentford, we've got to give them their credit, man, because in the second half they came out. And even when we was dominating the game, yeah, Brentford have always been a good counter-attacking side. So they've always been comfortable with better teams having the ball for periods of time. So even at that point, I was like, as good as we're playing, we're sort of playing into Brentford's hands here. We're comfortable. As long as we don't score, we're comfortable. But obviously, we're coming into that goal. Ben Chilwell. Lukaku, who was actually involved in that goal. Is he going to claim the assist for it? I haven't seen what the Premier said, because obviously it was a shot that took a deflection and came back out to Chilwell. But talk me through that finish, Romes. What a finish.
It's finished. Took a leaf out of Alonso's book, man. Getting in the box and flipping, getting the second balls and finishing it, man. With techers. That was a striker's finish, man. You get me? Perfect techers. That's 2 he scored like that. He scored 2 volleys this season. He must be working on them. You get me? He must have been working on it. That's 2 volleys he scored now. This one, top notch, man. Top notch. When it fell to him, I was confident he was gonna hit the target, but that was just perfect. That's 10-10 stuff there, man. That's 10-10 stuff there. I can't say nothing about Chilwell. Now we've got 2 left wing backs that are fighting for their positions, isn't it? It's gonna be
we're healthy there. We're healthy there, and then we got to give props to Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well, because look, I thought he had a very good game, both defensively and also winning possession and turning it over for us and just creating the counter attacks himself, or just driving through that midfield as he does now. And this is what I was saying. Is Ruben Loftus-Cheek to some might not be the most glorious midfielder. I don't think he's a world-class player yet, but I think he's got potential. I'm still giving him a chance to get there. But is he what's needed this season? Because he's the only midfielder that seems to pick up the ball and actually drive forward and bridge that gap between the midfield and the attack. Is he what's needed more going forward into the season?
I feel like he's more... what's it called? I feel he'll be better in the 4-3-3 formation, but he's giving us he's winning fouls, he's pushing the ball from the midfield. I still feel like he can be better. There's more to come from him. This ain't the best Ruben, but I like the way what Tuchel's doing with him. You got to give him game time. You got to let the boy play. We all know he's got the talent. You just got to let him play, man. Honestly.
Yeah, we saw the best of Ruben today. We're seeing him in the tight spaces. We're seeing him when he's surrounded by players. He's such a press-resistant player. Very good with the ball at his feet, man. Also, like I said as well, just him carrying the ball forward and just making things happen, creating chances. Something that we've not really been seeing from our supporting attackers for Romelu Lukaku, which brings me on to him. This is actually his 5th game without a goal for Lukaku. To some fans outside of Chelsea, obviously, you know, Troops and Zara and them, they seem to think that we should be very concerned that our £100 million striker hasn't scored in 5 games. And I'm saying to them, as long as the goals are coming from somewhere, I don't care if it's Lukaku, I don't care if it's Mendy, I don't care who it is, and we're getting the 3 points. That's what matters. The quality that Lukaku has, in my opinion, he can pick up a run of form and he won't be able to stop scoring.
Lukaku not scoring is not a major thing, man. It's not a major thing right now, man. As long as we're getting the 3 points, he will come back. At the end of the day, he's like I said, he was injured. We forced him today because we ain't got a second striker, man. We had to force the play. You can see that he wasn't really fit today. He wasn't really clicking for him. You can see that that's a man that was injured. He's carrying the injury. Hence why he got taken off. And then what's his name came on? Havertz, which I thought was a weird move, but we move in it. But yeah, bruv, with that thing, I'm not afraid about nothing. I'm not shook about nothing. We still got attacking talent to come. Pulisic is the whatnots to come through. They've been injured. Hakim is injured. You get me? There's a lot of men to come through, man. You get me? So I'm not even nervous. It's just that today we went with our, I would say, I don't even know if like our back line was we just went with a whole different back three.
Exactly.
They haven't played together.
And that's the one thing in football where managers will tell you don't play too much with your goalkeeper or your defense, and we did that today.
Yeah,
and still got the result.
That's what it was. It was a poor performance, but like I said, I'm happy with the 3 points, isn't it? You get me?
Yeah, facts.
That's
all that matters. And obviously an impressive clean sheet, and we're gonna put that down to the best goalkeeper in the world. Edouard Mendy.
In the world right now,
I'm not even going to ask you who your man of the match is. We've just literally Edouard Mendy has to be man of the match for everybody.
Yeah, that's it, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
only him.
Yeah, can only be Edouard Mendy. But obviously, before I wrap up this interview, Romes, I know you got to go. You got a couple of things to do. Appreciate your time and that. We've got to give one. We got to give one shout out, bro. One shout out because we got to give them their flowers when it's due. Yeah, man, like Anthony Taylor. For the first time in God knows how long, he didn't fuck it up for Chelsea.
No, I'll give him that. He did, but he was, listen, we played a clean game, so he had no chance not to. We played a clean game. I'm letting you know from now, if Ivan Toney was onside, he gives that a penalty.
But they're saying that he was onside. Do you think
if Toney was onside, he gives that a penalty? 100%. 100%. No way about it. He gives that as a penalty. The only thing that saved us is that he was offside. When that ball came over, then Chalobah jumped and touched him, a little touch. Man dropped.
It was enough for him to go down.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, Tony was doing that all game, though. He didn't know what else to do. And to be fair, like, until that brief period where Brentford got into the game, I ain't going to lie to you, bro. Our centre-backs, they took care of him. At some stage, he was in their back pocket. There was a good period where he was in their back pocket. But obviously, he did come into the game, and he showed his quality later on in the game. But by then, it was too late. But, Romes, let me let you go. Thank you very much for joining me. Our next game is going to be on Tuesday, I believe, against Malmo. Champions League settings. We need to bounce back with a win. Hopefully, we'll see you. We're going to see you for the preview. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna have Roma for the preview. But before you leave, make sure you do follow Roma. All his social details are down there in the description.
Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, man.
All of that good stuff you already know. And also as well, I've got one request to ask of you viewers, man. It was little man's birthday, Alonso, yesterday, and I'm pretty sure he'd like to see your birthday wishes down there in the comments. So make sure
happy birthday, Alonso. You know the vibes, man.
Don't know, man. Daddy says happy birthday as well. I know you're gonna see this, so Big up yourself, son. But to everybody watching, man, whatever you're doing, make sure you stay safe. And yeah, until later on in the week, we'll see you. Bless.
Love.